I'm the owner and managing director of Enstone Flying Club. My idea is to build 12 Mark 26 Spitfires and then operate them as a squadron. One of the things that I've learnt over the last 6 years as MD is that there's an awful lot of people out there that really don't like airfields and aeroplanes flying over their houses, but they still want to be able to go on holiday cheaply using EasyJet and Ryanair and any of the sort of low-cost carriers. 20% of the pilots that I train here go on to become commercial pilots, and they are the people that are flying around this. There is actually a need to have flying clubs like mine to feed in to the commercial pilot world. One of the problems that I face as an owner of a flying club is that 40% of private pilots who gain their license let it lapse between 3 and 5 years. Now, considering it takes them 2 years to get a license and sometimes in excess of £10,000, it seems an awful waste, and a lot of it is because they run out of things to do. One of the other areas is home builders who buy kits to make aeroplanes. 60% of them fail to get completed because it's a lonely, long job. There's an awful lot of people out there who have a real passion about flying, but they're not necessarily pilots. And I've tried to find a way of getting them involved, but not necessarily flying. So the solution is the Spitfire Squadron, City of Oxford Squadron, where pilots get a reason to fly because flying formation is one of the most demanding and exacting forms of flying, and really interesting and very exciting. And flying a Spitfire, who wouldn't want to do that? Home builders, rather than building on their own, we're going to have teams of builders. Each aircraft can have up to 20 people building them, so it makes it a much more manageable task and a much more fun task. The people who don't want to build aeroplanes but love being around them, because this is a squadron and we will be putting on events, we're going to need people to help us on the ground to portray all the trades and all the kind of activities that went on at a squadron. And they can be reenactors, they can be military vehicle enthusiasts, so they're all coming together under this umbrella of the squadron. Where I see this business going, or this project going, in 3 to 5 years, is that we will have created something completely unique in the world, with one of the finest non-military flying display teams in the world. One of the biggest issues facing this project is the fact that it exists in my mind, and the British, being the reserve bunch that they are, in order to get involved in this project and feed this project with the enthusiasm and money that it needs, want something tangible. So we have a kit ready to be constructed, and we will record it on video, we will publish blogs, we will have the website, we will have e-newsletters, so people can actually see what's going on, and then they can come in and get involved. After all, this is one of 12, and the idea is to get 12 of these aircraft built by 2012. And finally, most people that have come across me know that I have a passion for flying that knows no bounds. I've been flying for 34 years and I'm still as enchanted with it as I was when I took my first step out of an aircraft and into the blue under a parachute. What I've always tried to do is to share that passion with people and give them the opportunity to experience what I have been privileged to learn. And one of the best things that has happened to me in the last year really is the fact that in a recent magazine article, the Flying Club was described as the quintessential English flying club, which to me is exactly what I set out to achieve 12 years ago, and nothing would please me better to have 12 Spitfires assembled on the front lawn and a bunch of pilots and a lot of visitors having a great time being shown what is achievable when you all get together. Whilst there are pictures and there is a website, there's nothing physical, and the British, traditionally reserved bunch, like to see something before they commit. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy one kit and get it built very quickly so that people can see that process. They can get involved if they wish. They can follow us by e-newsletter, on a blog, or we'll have a video diary so people can see